So we're going to start with this section here, and my dad has got a basic sheet metal fabrication trick that we're going to apply into this kind of complex shape here. So we're adapting how it's traditionally done a little bit to suit this particular project.
What we've got, it's kind of a modified cone. Cone's about the most basic sheet metal ducting you could ever make. It's going to start off with the centre line, which, because we haven't got a drawing board, we've got a piece of card with a nice straight edge. So what I'm going to do, straight line, I'm just wondering whether our card's big enough. For the purposes of this, we're taking out that curve, that shape in the side, and just imagine it as a cone. So what we need is a measurement.
170 mil.
Okay.
For the biggest size here.
170 mil, so is that 85? That's 85 each side. I'm doing this with a biro. It's a fine biro, so that makes it okay. To the top, you're thinking roughly what that is, which is 300.
Yeah.
Okay?
I think so.
So we'll go 300. We might be off the pattern here. I might have to draw another line. So what we need now is the diameter of the top.
Let's go with 12. It's kind of even, isn't it?
We'll go with 12, right?
Well, it is even actually.
So that's 120, half of that, 60. There.
Yeah.
So now what we've got to do is take us. This is the problem, you see.
Yeah, but can we not can we not tape it down or something?
Yeah.
I am now the pivot. There's a dog currently trying to hump me.
The other end of it.
That is currently what's happening.
I'm taking a reference off that centre, that point, top point there, which is like your apex of where the cone meets, and the corner, not the centre line, but the corner of the visible part that you look at the bottom of the cone. So you're swinging that from the centre line that way and that way. You can make the pattern on either side, in fairness, doesn't matter. The top, you do the same. So we're here, which is, I'm on inches at the moment, so it's the 13 and 3/8 mark. So I'm gonna, this is our makeshift tool that we were using. I'll swing that out, and then from the other side. So we need true lengths. So true length is from the centre line to the outside. I've got a bit of a mil error there. We'll sweep that line down. Obviously we're sweeping onto the pedal. Okay. We go again off the corner, draw a line, off the corner, draw a line, and then I need to extend my centre line here because it's not long enough. Okay. So from where the centre line intersects that radius, again, same measurement. Okay, so you've got 1 section, 2 section, 3 sections, 4 sections, 5 sections, 6 sections. Okay, now you can devise those again by half if you want a super accurate pattern, but for most cases. I'm going to open my dividers to the amount of that section, that 1 section. Okay? So, basically half of a circle, half of that base circumference is made up by 6 sections that long. So if we were to do 12 sections, you've got a full circle.
So you're going to do 6 either side.
So I'm going to do 6 either side. And I'm just going to make that a bit clearer because I can't see it. Okay, so that's the true length of our base. Now we've got to do the same with the top. Incidentally, if anyone wants to put an offer in for a second-hand Great Dane, but he is a I'm taking back up to the pattern line, which is the one below, and I'm going to start to mark my 6 segments either side. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then mark my dot. So the only pie you're interested in is the one that goes down there, isn't it? Draw those through.
And this is where we're going to add a little flare
This
in,
is
isn't
where
it?
we're going to do. I mean, there's nothing kind of. If you were to make if you wanted like a rocket booster shape, in essence, you make them as visually they look like petals. So we need to find out, or we need to plot on our pattern a curve. I mean, obviously this one to me looks like it's quite gradual there with a sharper.
It is, but it
curve
doesn't
there.
necessarily have to be.
If we want to make that even-sided, what we could do, in essence, is use one of our sweeps, one of our draftsman sweeps, which are on the wall like that.
True sweeps. Can we explain these actually?
I think it was a 4-foot length with an increment of an 1/8 of an inch from the middle between the 4-foot length. The radius grows on every one an 1/8 of an inch.
If you imagine it was a big circle, a massive circle,
Yeah.
that's a 4-foot segment of it, I suppose, isn't it?
A 4-foot segment of it. And obviously, as you get down to the end,
Well,
half
it's, yeah,
sizes.
that'd take you to the
So
moon, wouldn't
a
it?
half size on the half size on the imperial ones would be, you'd go down to an 1/8 rather than a 1/4. You were saying 1/8? I can't remember, but you'd basically half of the measurement. I think it's 1/4.
I was just talking basic, really.
These have been done on CAD and they've been done metrically. They're a bit longer, and to be honest, as beautiful as they are, from our point of view, the dimensions don't matter a huge amount. It's just the gradients. It matters to us from our reference point of view. If we were working to a drawing that included true sweeps, these wouldn't be of any use. But we don't.
We're artistically speaking.
Yeah, all these are is a section. I think there's probably a metric height, and these have all been done on CAD.
Cool.
But they wouldn't be relevant to any drawing. So what we could do, we could use one of these. If I say number 40, do you think that curve's okay too?
Probably is about right, actually.
Yeah.
You can, I
Use
suppose.
anything you like. You could sketch it, but as long as you sketch your shape,
Yeah,
on
and you-
this edge,
and you mirror it,
identical,
yeah.
both sides, you should.
So
in
you
theory,
could potentially use this one at first and then join it with a flatter sweep, maybe.
Yeah, you could do any shape you like. You could even make a separate pattern on a piece of cardboard of that shape.
Yeah.
And then sweep it round and put it on the other side of your pattern.
Yeah.
The critical part, if you're trying to make an even shape, is obviously you get them
Yeah.
both the same. The difficult part with this is we've got to stretch that middle.
Well, that'll be the fun part, wouldn't it? So,
Yeah.
and we'll see at the end of the shaping where we're at,
Now
really.
this is so you've
Cool.
now got 2.
And that's our pattern, basically, isn't it?
Yeah.
And this line here.
Obviously the outer one's here. This one, all the way across. Don't get confused and follow the flat. Okay. And here, again, it's the curved line. You follow me. That's your pattern. Okay. And here, you cut that out, transfer it onto your metal,
Yeah, cool.
and there you go.